have little to no room for error in their job, having to deal with life or death situations daily. But what happens when the cops mess up and accidentally arrest the wrong person?
See that? I'm interested.
Get up, put your hands on the car.
Starting with the controversial case of Patrick Mumford. Patrick was just getting back home when two officers confronted him, claiming there were warrants out for his arrest. What the cops didn't realize, though, is that the warrants were for a completely different man, but this didn't seem to bother them.
What's your name? I'm going to ask you one more time. We probably need to talk to you. So, what's your name? Patrick. Stand up. Turn around, put your hands in the car.
What happened?
Patrick is justifiably nervous here after suddenly being confronted by multiple police officers, but still manages to give the cops his name. However, they decide that they don't believe him, and instead of asking for an ID or trying to confirm his identity in any way, they immediately decide to do this in.
That should be an extra charge, I ain't gonna lie, against the police. Hey, you talking about, I'm saying if I tell you my name, and you feel like you don't believe me, and I'm cooperating with you, I give you my ID, I give you my birthday, I give you all this info, and you still feel like I'm lying, I feel like that should be a you problem. What the hell do I got? Like, bro, that's on you, gang. I told you what my name was, I told you who I am, I got my ID, you still don't believe me? Something's wrong with you.
Instead.
What I do? Man, what I do? Y'all ain't telling me what I do, man.
You got a warrant. You got a warrant.
He just came back from his probation officer.
I got taser. You coming out? You coming out? Come out.
Get your hands out now. You got 3 seconds. Hold on, man.
3
seconds. Do not reach. Get up. Put your hands on the car. Show me the warrant.
Come out.
2. All right, take it.
Get off. Move. You coming out or not?
Dude, stand back.
Come out. You got a warrant.
I'm not telling you again.
You better get out of the car.
Y'all ain't let me know what.
Get out of the car.
Now, do I agree with what the police is doing right here? Freak no. But all I'm gonna say is, you gotta cooperate in these instances because it's 3 cops against you, bro. At the end of the day, I know it ain't right, but they have weapons. They got tasers, pepper spray, guns. They can give you extra charges, even if you goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit can escalate real fast, bro. So I just don't want anyone to end up in a worse position because they tried to go against the system, try to argue and fight back with police, because at the end of the day, they're beating their cases, bro. We're losing lives. So they might get a case, we're losing our life. So just comply.
Get out of the car.
Man, y'all better leave me alone.
Get out of the car.
Man, y'all better leave me alone, cousin.
Move, Fox, move.
It took just 38 seconds from the police making first contact to giving the order to tase him. According to the cops, Patrick was given numerous.
Are you tired of looking online and seeing all these social media influencers and YouTubers live a life that you want to live and you don't understand how to obtain it? Are you tired of going online and seeing people flex cars and money and you don't understand what they're doing and make that happen for themselves? Well, I'm here to teach you today through Consulted by GDOT. That's my goal, to teach you guys how to not only become millionaires and stack 6 figures every month or every year, depending on how hard you want to go with it. I'm also here to teach you how to make yourself successful with multiple streams of income. For more information, go ahead and sign up and check out my course on WAP and to Consulted by GDOT. The link will be in the description. I can't wait to teach and help you guys make some money.
Reasonable opportunities to comply with officers, but because of his resistance, they were left with no choice but to stun him. But even after being tased and detained, the cops still aren't finished roughing Patrick up.
Something was going on, man. Just off me, man.
He keeps reaching for his back.
Ah!
Quit resisting.
I got him, guys. Just search whatever he's going for.
The cops search Patrick to try and find whatever he was reaching for, assuming he was hiding a weapon of his own. But predictably, they find nothing other than his wallet. This would end up being a blessing for Patrick, though, as inside his wallet, the cops found his ID.
I just seen this fucking lady.
Patrick Mumford.
This lady not gonna tell me that I got a warrant. I just seen her.
Here's the deal, dude.
How long I had a warrant?
I don't know if you got a warrant, because you're not who I'm looking for. But here's the deal. When we ask you for ID, because you look a lot like the person we're looking for, You give us ID, and when you start this whole fighting nonsense, dude, all you had to do is give me this.
But the way you came up asking me out of nowhere.
Remember, the cops never once asked for Patrick's ID during the initial interaction. In a later report, the cops also stated that they were worried he was reaching for a weapon when he was shuffling back in the car. So, do you think they would have been okay with him reaching into his back pocket for his wallet? He wasn't given any chance to correctly identify himself, but now the cop is patronizing him and saying he caught a case he didn't need to get. And above all, he's still being manhandled and forced onto the hood of their patrol vehicle.
What's the guy name?
Is there someone here to stay here that looks like you? Think about it.
Hey, Jack. Yeah. Guess what he's looking for?
Tell him. Who does he look a lot like?
I don't know.
He knows who it is.
So who is it?
Michael?
Right. Who?
He is not Michael.
Okay, I know that now.
Well, they thought he was my son?
Yes!
Really? They don't even look nothing alike?
And then besides, they didn't even have to
picture that we got, they look exactly.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at that picture. I mean,
Don't they
It's
look
not
alike?
far off. Okay, are we wrong?
For the record, this is the man they're looking for. It's difficult to draw even a single.
See, come on, man. They look nothing alike, literally. There's different face structure. The height of his face is different like everything, gang. They do not look alike, gang. I don't even understand. Like, they got the same skin complexion. That's all. Them niggas look nothing alike. How you gonna say somebody looks like him? Like,
single similarity in appearance, but the cops apparently saw so many that they were comfortable with discharging a weapon at Patrick. Patrick was initially charged with obstruction and violating probation, and was fixed to lose his job and position at college. Thankfully, though, an internal investigation was launched into the 4 officers on the scene, and it was concluded that they didn't follow proper procedure. All 4 of the officers were suspended, and Patrick was awarded with a settlement of $100,000. But David Wiggins' story doesn't have such a happy ending. He was pulled over and forced out of his vehicle with not so much as a second thought from the police, but they failed to realize he too was the completely wrong guy.
Hands out the window! Take your right hand up in the door. Get on the ground. On the ground.
guns out for what,
Did
though?
you just run from me? Sir, okay? All right, put your hands behind your back.
David was put into cuffs and left on the ground at gunpoint after cops mistook him for a suspect. Apparently, the guy they were looking for had just fled them in a similar car with a similar license plate.
See, that's why I be telling y'all not to get them damn Mopars, them Scat Packs, Hellcats, Challengers. First of all, they dangerous as hell, bro. I don't know how y'all feel about this shit, but if you're gonna have a car that goes that fast, it gotta have the right type of handling. You feel what I'm saying? It can't have no BS handling. A lot of these cars, like these goddamn Scat Packs and Hellcats and shit, phone them just had a goddamn Scat Pack, Hellcat, whatever it was. I forgot. But he got the goddamn cat, and let me tell you something. If it's raining, you might die. If it's goddamn a little traffic outside, it's too slippery, you might. If you try to hit that corner too hard, you might flip. It ain't meant to, you know what I'm saying? Like the Vets, the Benzes and stuff like that, they meant for handling. But that shit, hell no, I wouldn't trust that damn car. But it's also because, you know, everybody got that shit. So you can get mistook, especially if you got a generic red, white, black type shit, gray. Everybody got them type of colors, man. You down there got to go out of color. And they getting stolen all the time. You get your car broken into enough times and stolen enough times, they will drop you from your insurance.
And the cops pulled David over, assuming it was the same vehicle. It's an understandable mistake, but realistically, the cops should have double-checked the plate as soon as they lost line of sight. Instead, they decided to wait until David was on the ground, handcuffed, and at gunpoint before even attempting to confirm he was their guy.
Exactly.
Go home. I did not run, I swear.
Since you give me that tag.
Comes back to a 2016 Dodge Challenger, last name Green. It's not a hammer. It's clear.
This ain't even him. Yeah, you good. You're good. That's scary. You got almost the same tag, same car. He must have passed you going through. You good? Good. All right. You have a good one, okay? I'm sorry about that.
David was offered little other than an apology for the whole ordeal and was sent on his way after being correctly identified as the wrong guy. But that wasn't enough for David, and in July of 2023 decided to file a lawsuit against the city of Marion, claiming gross negligence, civil assault, battery, and false imprisonment. In the complaint, David alleges that he was forced to endure 3 minutes handcuffed on the ground with a gun to his head, not knowing if the next second would be his last. He also notes that the apology was a mockery. As of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing. However, when this cop in Florida was faced with the same situation, he managed to show exactly how you should handle it.
I'm not trying to get shot over this. Do you really think we want to be out here killing people?
A deputy in Volusia County was looking for a burglar when he stumbled upon Joseph Griffin, a man who he said perfectly matched the description.
There is a burglary that happened. You kind of fit the description. Let me just make sure that you're not him, okay? All right.
I'm a vet. I have my ID.
Okay. Can I see your ID? Yeah. You literally, they said white tank top, black shorts, and they said that you had a beard. All right. So I'm not saying it's you, but it was a black male. Again, not saying it's you, buddy.
This cop is obviously aware of how difficult this very interaction can be, especially if it turns out he's not who he's looking for. So he approaches him politely and attempts to resolve the situation rather than escalate it.
Just bear with me, okay? Because you fit the description. I'm not saying you're guilty, but my sergeant's telling me to detain you. That's my sergeant.
I got you. I just had a daughter born 2 days ago, so I just have this online.
It's live? Do you mind setting it down here? Just for now, I'm gonna detain you. Look, you're not under arrest. I'm detaining you right now because you fit the description, okay? Just hang tight for me, okay, buddy?
Joseph respectfully informs the cop that he's live streaming the interaction for his own safety before being detained. He's also told that he's not under arrest and not being charged with anything. They just don't want to give him the opportunity to run should he end up being the suspect.
We're not saying it's you, but you fit the description. That's why I'm detaining you. If it's not you, we're gonna cut you loose and you're free to go, okay? But I just want you to see through us why,
7 cop cars, so hey, everything going on is just a little bit scary.
Yep.
No, for real though, they lining up.
It's a burglary. It's serious. It's not a joke.
You got these guys that are getting ready to go home, and we're coming in, so that's why you have so many.
The cops are doing their best to put Joseph at ease, but I'll
give the cops that. These set of cops, I'll give them that. Like, of course, it's like, anytime you gotta stop somebody and say you look like a suspect, it's never gonna be a good situation. But at least they trying to talk to him. They trying to make him feel comfortable. They like on some shit like, yeah, bro, like we get it. It might be you. It might not be you. Hopefully it's not you. You feel me? I don't know that though, so I gotta go ahead and so. At least they tried, though. They did a way better job than the other cops. The first cop, all he had to do was walk up and ask for his ID. The second one, all he had to goddamn do was just literally run the plates. They're different plates. I don't care if the car has the exact same everything. If the plates are different, it's not that car.
You can still imagine how stressful of a situation this would be. He's doing a good job at staying respectful and composed, but you can definitely still tell he's on edge.
We appreciate you being very cooperative. Other people would just...
I'm not trying to get shot over this.
You ain't gonna get
Nah, for real though.
Seriously, do you really think we want to be out here killing people? Do you honestly think that?
I'm a military police.
Like I said, brother, I've been in the same boat.
After just 10 minutes of waiting, they hear back from the witness who had just received a picture of Joseph.
So good news for you. The witness is saying that the clothes you're wearing and all that doesn't fit the description. It's called a show up. So we got a picture. Again, he's gonna run it through, make sure it's not you, and from what it looks like, buddy, you'll be out of here, okay?
A show-up is a method of identification where a witness is presented with a single suspect and simply asked if that's their guy. It's also worth mentioning that when looking for a suspect at large, police will only receive a quick rundown of the suspect's appearance. Adding extra details can create confusion and even cause cops to let the perpetrators go if they miss something small. This is why the description may seem vague and leads to false positives, just like this one is starting to look like.
What's your name, man?
Joseph.
Joseph? Hey, man, listen, Jake. Just want to say thank you for keeping a cool, good demeanor. We just got the picture finally from the witness, and I get why they went out with you for sure. Clearly not you, but the clothing description and everything matched. So, obviously, these guys didn't have that to go with. They just had a description and he matched it pretty good. But once we finally got the picture from the video surveillance and stuff, it was like, nah, that's not it. That's why I told him, like, get him out of here. I appreciate you being understanding that, man.
Just like that, Joseph was sent on his way back to his wife and daughter with no further action taken against anyone at the scene. Later that day, the suspect was found and arrested. Both cases in this video so far have involved fairly innocuous crimes.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy though. It's just crazy that shit can get that serious for no reason. Like, you know, just a mistaken identity can just lead to you just, he ain't even do nothing, man. None of these people even did nothing. Just living that, I'm just trying to live my life. It's just, that shit just happened, man.